Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It's another 2-minute tutorial. It's Stats and Tats. I'm Dr. Joe. Today's question is going to be, what is correlation? Correlation actually is very simply the relationship between two or more variables, usually just two. It's typically referred to as bivariate correlation. And essentially it is trying to establish what happens with one variable when another variable goes up or down. Right? And there's a variety of ways this can go. It can be, for example, they both go up, they both go down, or for example, one will go up and in turn the other one will go down. And when we talk about these, we're not trying to establish causation. We're just trying to see how they trend, basically, if you think of it in terms of trending. Right? If this particular variable goes up and this particular variable goes down, how does that describe how they interact, right? So for example, as it gets hotter outside, as it is now, it's getting hotter outside, people will wear fewer clothes, right? Likewise, as the temperature drops, people tend to wear more clothes. This is called an indirect correlation. I'm actually going to make separate videos about direct and indirect correlation. But correlation is just the establishment of a statistical connection between these two variables. And we want to be cautious how we interpret this, because sometimes there's variables that correlate that do not share any causational factors. So for example, ice cream sales and violent crime are very highly correlated. And obviously there's not anything causational there. You're not busting a cap because you've got brain freeze. And likewise, you're not celebrating a violent crime by having an ice cream cone, right? So we want to keep this in mind, that correlation is simply just establishing a mathematical connection between things. But they are very useful in helping us with trends. So if you ask any professor, oh, I'm trying to do better in a class, what should I do? The professor will say, you should study more, right? This is kind of a go-to answer, because a correlation is going to say the more time you spend studying, the more your exam scores should go up, right? And likewise, the less time you spend studying, the lower your score should be. This is the nature of correlation, which, as I said, we'll discuss in more detail in subsequent videos.